Okay, so picture this. You're in Lima, Peru, and you're ready to like totally dive into the food scene there.
Supposed to be amazing.
Right. But we're not just talking about, hitting up the trendy restaurants. We're going deeper. We're talking about a ceviche cooking workshop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and this isn't just like some, basic follow the recipe kind of deal.
So it's more than just like a typical cooking class.
Way more.
Interesting.
So what's so special about this workshop? What makes it stand out?
Well, you're not just learning ceviche, you're actually making a full Peruvian meal.
Okay, so break it down for me. What's on this Peruvian menu besides the ceviche?
All right, so you'll also be making cosa rellena. Have you ever heard of that?
Calzardiana. It rings a bell, but refresh my memory.
Okay, so it's like this layered dish with creamy mashed potatoes, but not just any mashed potatoes. They're infused with special spices, and then between those layers, you've got savory chicken and avocado. It's kind of like a super fancy potato salad.
Okay, that sounds amazing.
Hmm.
And I am getting hungry. But wait a second, there's more, right? Didn't I see something about Peru's national drink being involved too?
You're right on track. No Peruvian culinary adventure would be complete without the pisco sour. And the best part is this workshop includes a pisco tasting.
Ooh, a tasting.
Yeah, so you'll learn about pisco, which is this great brandy that's like a huge part of Peruvian culture, and then you get to shake up your own pisco sour.
All right, I'm sold on the drinks.
Yeah.
So we're talking about a really hands-on, full sensory experience here.
Yeah.
Does that involve like going to a market and picking out ingredients, or is that all taken care of?
No, you don't have to worry about navigating a busy market or anything. Everything you need, the ingredients, the utensils, all of that, plus expert guidance is provided right there at this place called the Saha Terraza Cocktail Bar.
Saha Terraza Cocktail Bar. Hold on. So this isn't like a classroom setting. We're talking about a real bar.
Exactly. You're learning and creating in this vibrant social atmosphere.
Ah.
Very cool.
I love that. So that actually brings us to another key element of this workshop, right? The cultural immersion.
Yeah, definitely.
So how does this experience go beyond just a regular cooking class and become like a real cultural deep dive?
Well, it's about more than just following instructions, you know?
Yes.
It's about understanding the why behind the what. You're learning about the traditions, the history, the heart and soul that goes into these iconic Peruvian dishes.
You're learning the language of Peruvian cuisine.
Exactly. And speaking of that language, Casarilina, it actually has roots that go way back like pre-Hispanic times.
Really? I had no idea.
Yeah, there are even stories about it like being used to fuel soldiers during battles.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's like a dish with a whole story behind it.
It definitely adds another layer. And the flavors themselves tell a story, too. Like the aji amarillo peppers they use in Casarilena, they bring this distinct fruity heat that you wouldn't find in like your typical American potato salad or something.
Yeah. It's amazing how exploring different cuisines can open your eyes even to familiar ingredients like potatoes.
Yeah.
Well, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about the company behind this experience, Civitatis.
Mm.
One thing that really stood out to me was their commitment to sustainability. It seems to be like a core part of everything they do.
Oh, absolutely. And it's so refreshing to see a travel company truly prioritize responsible tourism. They're not just talking the talk. Their sustainability code lays out all these practices their providers have to follow, like reducing waste, supporting local communities, using eco-conscious technologies. It's pretty comprehensive.
Yeah, and even for this specific workshop, they highlight the use of electronic vouchers to cut down on paper waste. It might seem like a small thing, but it all adds up.
Exactly. Every little bit counts. It's about shifting to a more mindful way of traveling, and it's great that they're leading the charge.
So you're not only indulging your love of food, but also supporting a company that's making a positive impact. And speaking of positive impacts, have you seen the reviews for this workshop? People are raving about it.
The reviews are incredible. It seems like they've really hit the mark with this one. One person even described it as amazing and very dynamic, and a lot of people mention the chef's expertise and how engaging the teaching style is.
That makes sense. When you have a chef who's truly passionate about what they're doing, it elevates the whole experience. It's not just instruction, it's like storytelling through food.
Yeah, it turns a recipe into an experience. And that's what makes this workshop so special. It's not just about learning to cook ceviche, it's about connecting with Peruvian culture, learning about the history and traditions, experiencing the warmth of the people through shared food and laughter.
It's about taking the time to savor the moment and realizing that sometimes the best way to truly understand a place is through its flavors.
I couldn't agree more.
It makes you think about food in a whole new way, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
how it can connect people from all over.
Yeah, definitely. Food is like a universal language. It goes beyond borders. It brings people together.
And when you really think about it, sustainability and food, they're like totally intertwined.
Oh, for sure. By supporting sustainable practices, you're supporting the future of food and the communities that produce it.
It's true. It's like every bite has a story behind it. Not just about the ingredients, but about the people, the land, the traditions.
And in this case, the story's a delicious one. Just imagine at the end of this workshop, you get to sit down and enjoy a full Peruvian feast that you made yourself.
It's like you're taking a little piece of Peru home with you in your memories and your new cooking skills.
Exactly.
Who knows? Maybe this will inspire people to try other culinary adventures around the world.
Or maybe it'll spark a newfound appreciation for the amazing food we have right here at home.
So for our listeners out there, what's the biggest takeaway from our deep dive into this culinary experience?
I think it's about stepping outside of your comfort zone and going on a sensory journey that will, excite your taste buds and broaden your horizons. It's a chance to connect with the culture through its food, which is such a fundamental part of who we are.
And if you're feeling inspired, check out the show notes for a link to the Civitatis workshop page. You can learn more and maybe even book your own Peruvian adventure.
Even if you can't make it to Lima right now, we hope this conversation has inspired you to think about food as a cultural bridge and to seek out those unique culinary experiences that can really deepen your understanding of the world.
So keep exploring, keep tasting, keep learning.
Oh.
Until next time, happy deep diving.